The Canis lupus familiaris meets the Canis lupus in its natural habitat, showing the superiority. Oh, I will step on you. Oh, what is this? I'll take this. You're gonna share now. That is my piece of meat. And that is how a Canis lupus familiaris overcomes its fear against its brother, wolf. 7 deadly sins. In Roman Catholicism, the 7 deadly sins, also known as the capital vices or cardinal sins, are a list of the worst vices that cut a person off from God's grace. In Latin and English, the 7 deadly sins are superbia, pride, avaritia, greed, luxuria, extravagance, later, lust, invidia, envy, gula, gluttony, ira, wrath, and acedia, sloth. Each of the 7 deadly sins correspond to one of the 7 holy virtues, and together these lists were the moral standards and tests of the early Catholic Church. Much debate thrived over the relative merit of the 7 deadly sins in the scope of salvation, as well as their particular ranking. The Roman Catholic Church differentiates between 2 different types of sin: venial sin, forgiven through a sacrament, and capital sin, meriting damnation without reconciliation. The 7 deadly sins may be venial or mortal depending on the specific case. History. While no list of the 7 deadly sins appears as such in the Bible itself, each of the sins is condemned at various points in the text. A list of 7 sins that God hates is found in Proverbs 6:16-19. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a man who stirs up dissension among brothers. In the 4th century, further elucidation of the sins was provided by the poet Prudentius, ca. 348 ca. 405 CE, in his descriptions of battle between the virtues and vices in the Psychomachia, the contest of the soul. Additionally, Evagrius of Pontus, 349-399 CE, a Greek theologian, introduced the concept of 8 offenses and passions that a human could fall victim to while on earth. They were the result of an abnormal obsession with self. The cure for each of these was an adoption of selfless attitudes towards the world. I made this video to show an example where there is hypocrisy. A pastor by the name of Joel Osteen is meant to be a good role model, preaching and practicing good faith, helping others, to reduce all the pain and suffering there is in the world, and yet they take advantage of the common theme that afflicts every human being when they get to the top, and that they get so greedy. Greed is the root of all evil, and so trust in your community and always pray, have faith in each other, work together. Know that a man would not allow people into his megachurch in Houston because he claimed that they didn't ask them to be a shelter and help those during a time where a hurricane was massacring the helpless.